to bring us as we're off in Week 9. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers. And hopefully what sucked them last week resolves itself this time around.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 33-yard line. Working out of the gun, Daniels. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Leo Chanel. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, it's Shedeur Sanders.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 77 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. Throwing, Sanders. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And the Steeler 1st down.
Here's Sanders. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now a 2nd and 10. Sanders. There's a short one complete to Harris. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
Sanders going to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Harris. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Sanders to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Harris. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Shador. And he's got it. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On third and goal, Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. Going up top. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now a run, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be
under pressure. They got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's Jordan Stout now. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fernandez. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 47 yards rushing for him down. He's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go. Skinner. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 around the 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
25-yard line.
Now Sims. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. After right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Saints 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. There's a short one complete to Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. And
To throw now, here's Sanders. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Sanders once more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Those were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they're going to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Daniels. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. To the air goes Daniels. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
When there's an incompletion, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's Daniels. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
To throw is Sanders. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Sanders. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, here is Sanders. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd down and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
They'll run here with Sims. Oh, what a move. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Personal foul.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fernandez. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Fernandez. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Skinner. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there in the 1st down.
37-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Skinner. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Fernandez. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. We'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I'm going to have to say they call him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3/4 of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now is Daniels. Firing quickly here. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Now they run with Sims. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
11 at the 23-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leo Chanel picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fernandez. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 1st down, Fernandez. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Skinner. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over there on my team. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 24-17. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. To throw is Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Brandon's okay with their doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Go. Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just a breakdown defensively. You've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
I got you. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McKenzie. Here's second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Daniels going to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down